Welcome back to Let's Play Galactic Civilizations 2. I believe last time I was procrastinating on building a war fleet, which is something I do quite a bit. How irresponsible of me. You know, I was gonna upgrade this one, but well yeah, that'll be enough for now. I'm about to get warp drive, which will, you know, let me build faster ships. I'll be able to take out some prospective enemies. Technically, we're still friends. I trade with them a lot. We're closer than brothers, but I'm gonna go for it. Dealers in exotic pets have turned the sewers of Earth into breeding grounds for a particularly fast-growing and highly prized species of snake. Unfortunately, these snakes have acquired an appetite for our citizens. What should we do about them? Educate our citizens about coexisting with them. Yeah, right, they eat people. Prevail upon the dealers to keep their animals in check and warn our citizens about the dangers of entering the sewers. Seems reasonable. Supply the dealers with all the food they need to maximize these. Okay. 50 million people is not that much, but you know, I have a soul. And the economic boom's over. The roaring 20s have ended. I still have a decent approval rating, so I'm going to keep going with what I'm doing right now, because it seems to be working. And upgrade that influence starbase. I like influence. Warp drive's coming in 2 weeks. I'm very excited about that prospect. UP time. Alright. Should all current wars be resolved? Sure. Alright, all wars are resolved. You can usually figure out who was fighting. All the militaristic types, ironically, they're in favor of it. They've got the biggest piece of the pie. I have a pretty good number of votes, actually. I'm number 2. That makes me feel special. But I'm number 11 on that. Alright, more constructors. Just upgrade what's closest, I guess. Get some factories there. Alright. For real, it's time to put the herd on. Of course, we'll tantalize myself about researching this fascinating new weapon, but I think that'll wait. It's time to crack some skulls. And war has started. Wow, a couple of them. So I'm going to go to the shipyard. We'll do a quick ship designing thing. I'm going to try upgrading this because I like it when my transports are really fast. So it's a transport, so it needs to have troop modules on it. So I picked upgrade, by the way, just so I can use an existing, you know, shape. Whoa. Swing this around. I'm going to put on 2 troop modules because typically one's just not enough. And after that, these things are pretty much useless for everything except engines. Size 10. That's not too bad. I may put on a life support module just to give them a bit more range, so... Range plus 0.9, that's quite good. It'll go up to 1.1 from 0.2, so... As you can see, that's quite a bit. Yeah, we have no real good sensors, so... We'll save it as... Transport 1.5. I'm calling it that just because I already have a ship. Okay. Transport 1.5. I already have a ship called Transport 2 that I've made at some other point. Actually, it looks like it's a little slower. And has crappier range. That's interesting. Oh well. I'm going to just obsolete it, and we're going to start building some of these things. I'm also going to have to build a combat ship, so small is probably my best bet. And you can put on some of these parts to make it look fun. I'm doing an LP right now, so I'm kind of busy, so I'm not going to spend that much time getting all the pieces looking original and neat. So, I don't know, I might off-camera something like this, but give it some wings. Those will be solar panels, and give it so much energy, and it'll be amazing. It's all aesthetic, but sometimes you can make some pretty cool looking ships. Alright, I do like to have fast ships, so I'll probably, no, at least one warp drive is going to be a must. So, speed's up to 4, so that's pretty good. Let's see what we can do. Stinger 4, size 12, that's pretty small. I doubt I'm going to put on much for defense on these things. It's a lot of firepower, they don't have any real defenses. No real range. Actually, that's just a bit too much. I'm gonna have to remove one of the stingers. I'll replace it with a different type of weapon. Laser Mark II. It's a little bit smaller, and that small difference is gonna allow me to put on something to give it some range, because it's just not capable of getting anywhere right now. So, yeah. Size 2. Interesting. I was almost able to put Stinger 4 on there. Oh well, it's something to look forward to with the next one. Yeah, that's a pretty good ship for now. We will call it the Eagle, because why not? Alright, sometimes it's good to build ships that don't really have drives and they're just loaded with weapons. They're good defense ships. I don't think I'm gonna build any quite yet, because the prospective enemies, the Archaeans, are so far away that, you know, it'll take them, I'll be able to see them coming for quite a while, so I don't think that'll be a huge issue. Alright, Earth can keep building constructors, but you are going to be building my Eagles. And you are going to be building, actually, transports. So, we'll get ourselves in a war. I've always wanted to be part of that. Wow. It looked like my game was going to freeze for a minute there. Looks like it was going to freeze for another minute there. Maybe just a whole bunch of stuff's happening off the camera. I think I did see some fog of war change there. Wow. There's kind of some funny stuff going on right now. They've developed the aphrodisiac. That improves your population growth. You know what it's for. And looks like everybody's gotten back to war, and my computer is acting all funny, so we're gonna... Holy crap. Yeah, we're gonna have to cut it there. I'll see you guys... Holy cow. I'll see you guys next time. And we should be getting ready to rumble, so it should be a fun one. I'll see you then.